for the legislature. And what are you doing? I know over in Ohio there's a big effort to kind of maybe head off some problems down the road of public perception. Is that correct?
Well, one of the things that we've actually been working on pretty hard the last year is a review of the generally accepted agricultural management practices, the GAMPs, and those are sort of statewide guidelines as to how animals should be cared for and managed. And so one of my colleagues at Michigan State, Dr. Janice Swanson, is really heading up the effort to bring all of those things up to speed to make sure that all aspects of animal health, welfare, behavior, management, husbandry, housing, etc. are taken care of. And so that this way, if there's to be legislation, etc., there's all these great guidelines out there that give people something that they can really turn to and trust. There's a panel of scientists, veterinarians, etc., that are really working hard to create very informed standards.
So the standards you're working on right now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they have already been established at some time in the past, or is this a constantly updated thing, or is it by state or federal?
Ours are state by state, and they have been established in the past, but the goal is to keep them current and so to update them regularly. And so they're going through a very big overhaul right now.
As it relates today to a situation like here at KBS, the new robotic dairy milk, you see the cows there, they're lined up, they're in a confined area. For folks seeing that the first time, well, they don't have any area to move around, so you take a look at that.
Well, and actually these cows do have an area to move around. It's, the whole pen is theirs to go in and out of as they please. So they can go back to the stalls and lie down, they can go over to their feeders and eat, they can go to the water troughs whenever they want, or they can stand and wait for milking. And if they're really smart cows, they can lie down until that last second when they see the cow leave the milker and then get in line. But nobody's holding them in a pen in front of the milking area. She chooses when she wants to come up to the milker and be milked. And if she's not doing milking, she can go do other things that cows really enjoy, like lying down and ruminating or eating. And soon these girls will have access to pasture as well.
So, of course, obviously you can't do the interview, but you can follow the behavior and the milk output.
Yeah, you can take a look at whether or not they're vocalizing in the milker. If you have a cow that's vocalizing a lot, that's typically a sign of stress, or if she urinates or defecates in the milking parlor, that means something is kind of stressing her out and scaring her. So we track that over time, and the very first time they go in, it's scary, it's new. After that, they're really comfortable, and you don't see any of those signs of distress.
Folks watching this or listening will probably say, vocalizing, well, there is the standard, and we say in English anyway, okay, but what kind of a repertoire, vocal repertoire do they have?
Well, the moo is pretty much the most common one, but there's variations in terms of intensity and volume. So if you really start to get lots of loud bellowing or frequent bellowing, which is maybe a scale or two up from the moo, then that's not a good sign. But they also will cows and calves will call to each other. So if they get separated by distance, you'll hear them do what we call a contact call. And so that'll be kind of the calf will make a little ball, and the mother will answer, and they go back and forth until they've established contact again. And so that's not so much, the initial one may be, hey mom, where are you? Kind of stressed out, but then it usually gets a little calmer sounding as they get closer and closer. And then the bulls, of course, have that great big bellow roar that they do when they're showing off to the ladies.
Ah, very good. See, there's more to it than you thought. Just got to keep your eyes and your ears open. Again, this is new enough. Your research still on this and other things, such as lameness in cattle and all, is still a work in progress.
Definitely. One of the things that we're going to do is follow a lot of this stuff longer term. These cows have only been in the new barn for a month. When you're looking at dairy cattle, because they're a long-lived animal, some of these changes take time to happen. Dairy cattle hooves take a while to grow out. They only grow about a centimeter per month, and so for them to grow a whole new hoof takes a while. So sometimes if you have had an injury to the hoof, it takes a long time for that injury to grow out and have healthy hoof again. So we have to follow them for a while to really truly see whether or not they're walking better, have less hoof problems, whether their body condition, their body weight stay good on pasture, and things like that.
So some of your work published already? Is it available online or what we see?
Right now we're in the very early stages of this dairy stuff, so we'll have pieces of it available through the MSU website, and we'll have some stuff in some of the conference proceedings very soon, with journal articles that'll maybe be about a year or so behind that. It takes a little while longer to get through the peer review system.
Rick Shields, KBS, and Open House Day here for A Whole New Age in